Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're planning a trip to Spain, you've probably got flamenco, paella, and sunny beaches on your mind. But what if I told you there is a whole other side to this incredible country that most tourists never see? Today, we're diving deep into 20 unusual facts about Spain that will completely change how you see it. So, grab your sangria, get comfortable, and let's get started. First up, did you know that Spain is home to the world's oldest restaurant? It's called Sobrino de Botín, located in Madrid, and it's been serving food since 1725. Imagine eating in a place that has been open for nearly 300 years. That's a lot of history in every bite. Next, while Spanish is the official language, it's not the only one. Spain has several co-official languages, including Catalan in Catalonia, Galician in Galicia, and Basque in the Basque Country. Basque, or Euskara, is particularly fascinating because it's a language isolate, meaning it's not related to any other language in the world. Fact number 3. Spain has more bars per capita than any other country in the European Union. Seriously, there's a bar for about every 175 people. This isn't just about drinking. Bars are the heart of social life in Spain, a place for coffee, tapas, and catching up with friends and family. Here's one you probably haven't heard. Spain is the only country in Europe that shares a physical border with an African country. The Spanish cities of Ceuta and Melilla are located on the northern coast of Africa, bordering Morocco. Moving on to a fun tradition. On New Year's Eve, Spaniards eat 12 grapes, one for each chime of the clock at midnight. It's called Las dos uvas de la suerte, or the 12 grapes of luck. It's much harder than it sounds, but it's said to bring a year of prosperity. Let's talk geography. Spain has over 8,000 kilometers of coastline, but it's also one of the most mountainous countries in Europe. In fact, Madrid, its capital, is the second highest capital city in Europe, sitting at over 650 meters above sea level. So you can ski in the morning and be at the beach by the afternoon. In some regions, fact number 7 might surprise you. Spain produces over 44% of the world's olive oil. That's more than twice the amount of Italy. So, next time you drizzle some olive oil on your salad, there's a good chance it came from a Spanish olive grove. Have you ever heard of a festival where people throw tomatoes at each other? Well, in the town of Bugal, they do just that. It's called La Tomatina, and it's the world's biggest food fight, held every August. Over 150,000 tomatoes get thrown in just 1 hour of pure, messy fun. Here's a curious one. The Spanish national anthem, the Marcha Real, has no official lyrics. It's one of the few national anthems in the world to be purely instrumental, so no need to worry about learning the words if you're at a Spanish sporting event. Fact number 10. Spain has a siesta culture, right? Well, kind of. While the traditional afternoon nap is still a thing in smaller towns and for older generations, it's becoming much less common in big cities like Madrid and Barcelona. Many businesses now stay open all day. Just like in other parts of the world, let's get literary. The famous novel Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes is considered the first modern novel. The story of the idealistic knight tilting at windmills in La Mancha is a cornerstone of Western literature, and you can even visit the famous windmills today. Did you know the Spanish royal family still holds a title from the Byzantine Empire? The King of Spain is also the King of Jerusalem, a title inherited through a complex web of medieval royal marriages. It's purely ceremonial, of course, but a fascinating link to the past. Here's a tasty fact. The baguette might be French, but the precursor to it, a long loaf of bread, was brought to Spain by the Romans. Spanish bread culture is incredibly diverse, with different regions having their own unique recipes and shapes. Fact 14 is for the architects. Antoni Gaudi's masterpiece, the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, has been under construction for over 140 years. That's longer than the pyramids of Giza took to build. It is funded entirely by donations and ticket sales and is scheduled to be completed in the next few years. Spain has a very unique time zone. Geographically, it should be in the same time zone as the UK and Portugal. However, in the 1940s, Spanish dictator Franco changed the clocks to align with Nazi Germany. The change was never reversed, which is why Spain has those famous late sunsets. Next, a quirky law. In Spain, it's illegal to give your child names like Judas, Cain, or Lenin. There is a list of restricted names to protect children from being given names that could be considered offensive or bizarre. Ever wondered where the stapler came from? Believe it or not, the first known stapler was made in the 18th century in the Basque Country for the French King Louis XV. Each staple was inscribed with the royal emblem. Talk about a fancy office supply. Let's talk about islands. Everyone knows about the Balearic and Canary Islands, but Spain also owns a tiny, uninhabited island called Paragil, or Parsley Island, just 200 meters off the coast of Morocco. It's been the subject of a territorial dispute between Spain and Morocco. Here's a sweet fact for you: the lollipop, or at least the modern concept of putting a candy on a stick, was invented in Spain in 1958 by Enric Bernat, the founder of the Chupa Chups company. He wanted to create a candy that kids could eat without getting their hands sticky. And for our final 20th fact, there is a village in Andalusia called Sentinel de las Bodegas where people live under a rock. Literally, the houses are built directly into and underneath the cliffs of a gorge, using the rock overhangs as their roofs. It's an incredible sight and shows human ingenuity at its finest. And there you have it, 20 unusual facts that prove Spain is so much more than meets the eye. It's a country of quirky traditions, fascinating history, and surprising secrets waiting to be discovered. Which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until next time, travel safe and stay curious.